So Woke Dad is this guy, Dan Alexander. He lives in central New York State. He operates a mobile coffee shop. And right now, he is building an art studio for children of the LGBTQIA plus community.
It's going to be a safe space.
As well as other marginalized groups, a safe space for them to create art.
Yeah.
And Daniel Alexander figured something out that I think every influencer, content creator, they all come to this epiphany at one point or another. And let the e-begging begin on this TikTok that he just put out.
Can I share with you a dream of mine that would help to save the lives of a lot of kids?
Yeah.
I just realized that if every single person who follows me were to donate the cost of just a cup of coffee, a small cup of coffee, just $3, then I could operate my art studio for an entire decade and I would never have to ask for a dime from a single kiddo who used it. That would change the lives of thousands of kids. That would give them a place to be safe and to heal and to grow for $3 a person. It's a pretty amazing dream.
And it would aggrandize you.
Yeah.
You know, I had a crazy dream last night, too. Like, if everyone just signed up for my Patreon, patreon.com/who are these podcasts, I could go on a pretty nice vacation.
Hell yeah.
Everyone listening to this show right now, it's $5 a month for the Patreon. And I'd probably go to Europe or something. Be pretty sweet.
He's got a coffee shop. Why doesn't he just donate the $3 a cup?
He's fundraising.
The e-bagging is ridiculous. But you know what I mean, though? Like, at a certain point, I've heard a lot of these creators go, you know, there's a lot of people watching me. If everyone just gave me $1. Yeah. You know, like, why is everyone just giving me $1? What's going on here? Not the way it works, but good
And
try.
it's got to be $3.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to go through a little bit of a journey right now. So I went through the timeline, and I went back to when Biden announced he's not running for re-election. This rocked Woke Dad's world.
What?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
He just heard about it, and he had to go to TikTok to explain how awful this is for everyone.
Just like me, a lot of you just heard about Biden. And those feelings you're feeling right now, those are valid.
Oh, thanks.
This is scary. This is scary for a lot of us. And you might be thinking, you're a cis, straight, white dude. Why are you scared?
I was
This
thinking
isn't
that.
going to impact you. This definitely impacts me. This impacts all of the people that I care most about in this world. This potentially puts my partner at risk, my kids at risk. This is scary. But that's okay. We already talked about this, right? I can't tell you what to do, but I already told you that I was voting blue, no matter who. I'm protecting our country. I'm protecting my kids. No, this isn't me just trying to rage bait or seek fear. I listened to the words that a narcissist told me, and I believed
Was it
them.
in the mirror?
I've grown up with enough narcissists to know that this one isn't lying. So I choose not to vote for him, no matter what. Your decision is yours.
Oh, thanks.
We got this together, even if it's scary.
So voting for him isn't just making one vote, it's protecting everyone.
Correct.
He's protecting everyone.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you saw at the recent Trump rally where Donald came up on the stage and he goes, "We're starting internment camps. Every LGBTQI member, or if you have dark skin."
We're all gay.
Yeah, I remember that the appearance before that, he said, I'm canceling the Constitution and be a dictator day one and every day after.
Democracy's over. Yeah, I'm like,
no, it's
I
weird.
hate
I'm
democracy.
sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for that. So that's how his initial reaction was. He's like, "Oh, the sky is falling. This is really bad." So now he's going to start pleading with the white men out there who might be thinking like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to vote for Harris."
Wait, but he hates us.
I know, but he's going to try to help us.
Okay.
Dear white men, this video is for you, and probably for all being honest, really specifically, liberal white men. Do you remember back months ago, weeks ago, even days ago, when you were shouting from the rooftop, "Vote blue, no matter who"? Well, now's the time to keep perpetuating that same rhetoric, because it's important now more than ever. I know, as a cis, straight, white man myself, that
Thanks for
a lot
reminding
of
us.
other straight white men see somebody like a woman in a place of power or a black woman in a place of power, and that can be kind of scary for them. Their internal misogyny and their internal racism, even though it doesn't show or bear
Speak for
itself
yourself.
to the
Yeah, no
world.
shit.
Or you just don't
Still in
like her.
there. It was built into the systems that help them benefit through their life. So you've either taken the
Wow,
time
how'd
to
she get
process
there?
that, or you've buried it down deep. Now's the time to let that go. Because Vice President Harris is the best person for this job. The rest of the community has rallied around her, and now it's your time to step up. Now it's my time to step up,
Yeah.
live up to my promises,
Yeah.
and vote blue.
No matter who.
Well, that's insane. That's a mixed message right there. He goes, Kamala Harris is the best person for this job. Also, just vote blue. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're just trying to beat Trump here, guys. Come on.
Also, that it's built in that it cheats those people, and they can.
Yeah.
But yet she's running for president.
Somehow she got there.
weird.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so
And
so
the system
bizarre.
won't allow it, but it happened.
I love that he goes, I know that seeing a black woman intimidates and scares you. I'm like, no, not
at all.
Not at all. So I don't think she's black, but I guess that doesn't matter. So now, fast forward a day or two, and apparently, we were talking about this earlier, Harris had this rally, and now the Democrats are super stoked about her.
Yeah.
She's got all this energy. She's saying all the right things. And so, we saw the Trump attempted assassination, and it seemed like with that iconic photo and Trump's response to that, like everyone was rallying around Trump, and maybe this was going to be a landslide. But whoa. Not the case at all. Everyone's now going nuts for Kamala Harris.
I've never seen anything like it in my life, but over the last few days, white women have been coming together and screaming from the rooftops, women's rights are human rights, and Vice President Harris is my nominee. I don't know what to think of it, but I've never seen anything like this before in my life. White men all over are leaving their misogyny at the door and screaming from the rooftops if it's going to be ex-President Trump and it's going to be President Biden, then it isn't just going to be Kamala. It isn't just going to be Kamala Harris, it's going to be Vice President Harris because she deserves the same level of respect. I don't know what's going on. I've never seen anything like this in my life. But I feel like as a community as a whole, we've taken more steps in the last few days towards equity and equality than we have in my entire life.
Yeah.
That's a whopper.
I've had more conversations with my kids about human rights in the last few days than they've ever
That's all
heard.
they talk about.
Boring.
And I'm so freaking proud of the
all they
community
talk
that I
about?
belong to right now. Because this is the future that keeps my kids safe.
Yeah.
And you're a part of it, and I'm so fucking proud of you.
Whoa. Fired up over there. Whoa, Dad.
Could you please videotape these people screaming from the rooftops? I want to see the video.
I haven't seen that. We didn't cover it earlier in the show. We were going through the political news.
And when he wears a shirt and everybody wants to fight him, he never videotapes that. Can he
Yeah.
please get his camera out?
I'm starting to think he's
It's always
lying.
out. It's always pointed at him.
Right.
That is very true. Is that nuts? All of a sudden, he went from like downtrodden, like, oh, Biden's out, this is over.
Yeah.
And then he like pumped himself up, read a couple of Reddit posts, watched some MSNBC. Now he's like, yeah, everyone's in for Harris. Let's go.
And he's proud of us.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Glad we can help him out.
Really
with that.
touched.
He gets so affected by everything.
Yeah.
Every little thing.
He's too old for this, right?
Yes.
Like when you've lived this many years, you must know it's not that important. All the shit you're talking
Go
about.
enjoy these kids instead of having lectures and TED Talks with them. Go play with them, man.
These
Hang out
kids,
with them.
it's the only thing his kids will talk about?
No, it's the
They
only
need
thing
to get
he-
out.
It's the only thing he wants to talk to them about.
He goes,
they don't want to talk about that with them.
He goes, my kids have heard me talk to them more about human rights in the last 2 days than they've heard their entire lives.
Yeah.
That sounds miserable.
Exactly.
Poor children. And he talks about how he's, he has dual custody with the mom. And she seems to have very different political beliefs that he does.
Oh.
I can only imagine what she's hearing those two kids reiterate when they get back to her house. She's gonna-
How old is this kid?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, do you
God,
have any?
Dad.
Do you have any idea how old the kids are?
I know one's 13. That's the gay one. And I think the trans one's older than that.
They don't want to sit and talk about this then.
Oh, they love it.
No, they don't.
That's all they want to talk about. All right, so I have another clip on here, another TikTok video where he's responding to a comment. This is the other format that he has on the
that's
show
a good
now.
plan.
Yeah, it's always good to give that a lot of air.
Yeah.
Make sure that everyone sees it. If you put a negative comment on there, that he will address it and talk about it. So this is someone just saying like, hey, just so you know, right-wingers, Republicans aren't anti-gay. We don't, I said I'm not part of that group. I'm just saying they don't care about gay people like the way you think that they do.
Yeah, the question is, what makes you think the right is so anti-gay? I've met very few right-winged people that have had any input other than that they don't want it forced on them.
Correct. So he's going to address this.
Of course.
Yeah, I really hate it when they force it on me, right? Like when you see a couple, man and a woman, kissing in public, totally forcing it on me. How about, those gender reveal parties? That's not actual gender. They're revealing their child's sex. They are revealing their child's sex. They're talking to in public, to other people, other adults and children about their child's genitalia. That's how they're identifying their child to the world. And what about like when a man and a woman propose on one of those Megatrons, like at a sporting event? They're making everybody watch that. Everybody has to be witness to that being forced on them. Do you see how silly this all sounds? I'm just your average, everyday, cis, straight man, but I'm not afraid.
You lost me at
I'm not
Megatron,
insulted
dude.
by two men showing their affection towards each other in public. I'm not afraid, or I'm not insulted by two women showing their affection towards each other in public.
Hot.
You're talking about
voyeur.
people being upset about other people existing in the same way that they do, just with a different type of person than they would do that with. That's the difference. That's 100% the difference.
God, I'd hate to be the straw man arguing with him because I would just lose every fucking time. Yeah. This guy is the king of changing the argument and then just being like, you guys, you think it's forced on you? Why? Because there's a couple guys kissing in the street? Like,
I was going to say, was that part of the complaint?
Nope, not even close.
So he just projected what he wanted it to be for his argument.
I'll make a quick example. I'm sure there's lots more. I think a lot of people are concerned about what children are learning about in schools. That's probably a big part of this thing that they're upset about. But I'll tell you from my perspective, The Acolyte, the Star Wars series, where the main character has two moms for some reason. It's like, it's Star Wars. We don't have to have gays and lesbians in Star Wars. There's no sex at all. What are we doing here?
I don't know. Luke and Leia seemed a little incestuous in the
Yeah,
first
you're
one.
right. There was some kissing in Empire Strikes Back. I mean, Drew talks about it ad nauseum. All right. So, yeah, I thought that was like such a ridiculous thing to say. Like, he's purposely not understanding the argument.
Yeah, and it's always good to embarrass and humiliate the person complaining when you're explaining why they're wrong, too.
Oh, yeah, they love that. That's how they learn.
Yeah,
That's how they
exactly.
learn their lesson. All right, I have one more woke dad clip. And we've talked about how he's a narcissist. This might be the best example of all time. So he's responding. Can you read that, Mark?
Yeah, hell is waiting on you.
Okay. So someone put in the comment section, hell is waiting on you. And this is his response to that.
Kind of a world it would be if the world down below was full of people like me. How amazing, how wonderful, how glorious, how grand if people stuck up for their neighbors instead of burying their head in the sand. It would be a world full of kindness and understanding and grace. No one be mad or mean or show anger to your face. You'd uplift each other and uplift yourself because you're just as worth it as everyone else. Kindness would be king in that type of hell. Wouldn't that be a great world? Wouldn't that be swell?
It would be hell.
I'm a poet and I didn't even know it.
Oh, fuck.
If the world were full of people like me, that would be the hell that you would see. It's interesting how the world goes round, even with all that hate that you found. Have the day you deserve.
Have the day you deserve.
Is he doing those bad rhymes on purpose?
Yes. All of that was on purpose.
Fucking
It seems to me,
asshole.
wouldn't there also be a lot of bragging in that world he's talking about, and a lot of judgment?
Could you imagine thinking that if everyone was like me, the world would be a better place.
God, no.
That's a crazy thing to A, think, and then B, say on TikTok.
It would be nirvana if everyone was like
Right.
him, according to him.
It's incredible, right?
Yeah.
Guys, I just wish everyone was perfect. You know, like me. I realize not everyone can be perfect, but if you just watch my TikTok and learn from me, you'll be better.
Oh, man. Good shit.
Yes, Daniel Alexander, always delivering the goods on the shoe fits on TikTok.
And it looks like, I think our audience has started to change him a little bit.
Oh, he's definitely responding to those. It's very funny.
And the interactions seem to be shrinking for some reason. Nobody's trying to beat him up when he wears a T-shirt anymore.
Yeah, he all of a sudden doesn't have these like wacky stories every day.
Life-changing stories?
Yeah, it's almost like we called him on his bullshit and he realized that he's not getting away with it anymore.
I got a feeling they'll be back.
I hope so.